Hey guys, I know we just did an art subscription box on this channel, but in the interest of not getting too far behind, I'm going to do another one because I already missed the first week of February being out of town, and I have 2 subscription boxes that I subscribe to. So today we're going to do the Smart Art box. Stay tuned. Alright, so you guys know that I already have over 30 art subscription boxes that I haven't opened, the old ones, and I missed doing December's as well. So now I have 2 more that I have to add to that pile. So that's why we're just getting into this box today. It's the Smart Art box. Let's have a great time. Alright, here's Smart Art. For some reason, I'm really excited to open this box, and I don't know why, but that's a good thing because I've had kind of an on again, off again relationship with Smart Art as far as liking what's inside, not liking what's inside, but I have to say, they've really stepped up their game lately, so let's see what's inside. Alright. I love this tissue paper because I actually reuse it in all my birthday gifts and stuff. Ooh, this looks like watercolory alcohol inky. Here's the prompts. Bubbles, Glamour, Splash, Dusk Sky. Cool, so we'll look at that later. We have Real Value brushes, synthetic hair, round shader, and another shader. That'll be fun. Harmony water reactive dye, crushed velvet. Same thing in parakeet. The candy, this is something they started to put in a couple of months ago. And their sticker, which I love getting their sticker because when I do the swatches in my sketchbook, I stick this sticker on it, and I know that's where it came from, a Smart Art box. All right, little sponge stipplers, 3 different sizes. A Spectrum Noir Sparkle Glitter Brush Pen, clear overlay. Cool, that'll be fun. Okay, Aqua Pen Graphics. We have gotten these in so many boxes that I probably have a lot of them by now. In fact, I'll have to pull them out and look. But maybe they're different colors than I have, except I don't think so. That's alright. They're fun pens. Ooh, okay. Now this is a nice find here. Hanamule 230, so 105-pound watercolor postcards, cold pressed. That is cool. Alright, let's get into other things. Here's everything we have, and I've pulled out one of these watercolor postcards so you guys can see what that looks like. It is plain on one side, nice rounded corners, and ready to be addressed on this side. Very nice. They're super thin. I mean, 105 pounds isn't that thick to start with. So what I'm going to do is on the back of this, because when you take this off, there's no label about what these are. So I'm just going to write on the back that these are watercolor postcards. It doesn't look like this is really going to stick this micron anyway, but maybe when it dries. And 105-pound cold press. So if that were more permanent, or I could stick a piece of tape over it real quick, I just don't have one handy, then it'll just wipe off with, I don't know, alcohol or essential oils. Do a good job of wiping off permanent marker. So probably just stick a piece of tape over that when I get a chance. And let's take a look at our prompts because we have to figure out what to do. And if you guys have been watching my channel, you know I try and put all 4 prompts into one art piece because I don't have a lot of time to do these every single week. I need to do other projects. So Bubbles, Glamour, Splash, and Dusk Sky. So we got to come up with something good. If you have a good idea for these prompts, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. So I'm feeling the usual, I don't know, nervousness or whatever you want to call it, starting a new art piece. So I'm procrastinating by swatching, which I kind of need to do anyway, so you know, it's justified. But anyway, I'm going to swatch these, get this going, all that jazz, and then I'll come up with a brilliant idea. So I started swatching all this good stuff, and they are water soluble, so that's why they're called Graphix Aqua pens. So they don't dissolve great in water, but it's fun because you can mix them and blend them with water, and you can also put them on a separate palette or piece of plastic or something and lighten them by using a brush and water. So you get a lot of options with those, and they're real fun to use. And here I'm using the sparkle pin, and you can't really see it on that sketchbook very well, but it's really sparkly. I really enjoyed it. And I decided to go ahead and tape this down, and I liked the rounded corners, so I tried to tape the rounded corners. And I decided to sketch right on the watercolor paper, and I made these lips too small to start with and had to erase them. And so that's the only downfall of sketching directly on your watercolor paper, is if you have to erase something, it can tear up the paper a little bit. So I was trying to figure out how to incorporate the prompts Bubbles, Glamour, Splash, and Dusk Sky. And for Glamour, I did these lips, and they're going to be super sparkly. I'll use that clear overlay Spectrum Noir sparkle brush for that. So that's going to be Glamour, because the lips are glamorous. The bubbles are obvious. You can see me drawing them in here. And I put the splashes in the bubble. So in the bubble, I have another sub-landscape basically, and the drips are coming down and splashing into the water in there. And so that's how I did that. For the Dusk Sky, I'm doing a sunset in the background and mixing the colors together, the red and yellow, to get an orange. And it's a little tricky to mix them together. They don't mix quite like you think they're going to, so starting from your light and moving into the dark works best. And then I was getting a purple, trying to get a purple here, and you can see it got real dark where they're together, and the blue is so much lighter, so I ended up bringing more of that darker color up into the sky. And that's okay, it was fun. I learned. And I actually like the way it turned out. Kind of the mottled effect in the background there looks like clouds, and I really like it. So I did a little different method down in the bottom, just because I learned my lesson. And then I guess one thing that I wish I could do differently is probably bring in a Posca pin or something and put a shine mark on those lips. And I may end up doing that. I haven't yet, but I may end up doing that still, because I did put the sparkle pin on it and they're all shiny, but I would like them to have a highlight point, and I think that would just really help. So this was fun to work on. Having this paper taped down like this, it didn't warp or bend or anything like that. It worked really well. So you can see I was showing you the sheen back there. And the best part, taking your tape off and seeing what is behind. Isn't that the best part? And then I always, when I take my tape off, I find some little thing I want to change. So I change it and then keep taking the tape off. My final thoughts for this box are a few things. So remember in the beginning I said I thought we had these graphics pins already, so I dug out the ones that I had in my drawer. Here they are. Let's see. So if I put these ones I already had up to the new one, it's pretty cool because other than black, none of them are duplicates, so that's awesome. Really like that. So at least they're useful, and I actually do use these I have a coloring book that's kind of intricate, and it's fun to use these because you can kind of blend different colors, and it's a lot of florals in this coloring book, so these are useful. I like these graphics pins quite a bit. As far as the value of the box, the Smart Art claims it's $59.28 worth of value, and I came up with my own search at $57.27, so pretty close still again. And so that's good. You're getting good value. If you pay full retail for the subscription, I believe it's $49.95 a month. I pay $44.95. I have like a lifetime $5 a month discount. Plus the Peacock points, which are their rewards program, allow you to get boxes for free, and you can participate in the rewards program by using these prompts every time you order something. So every time your box gets sent out, you get something. And in fact, my next month's box is going to be free because I have enough Peacock points to get a free box. As far as these puppies go, these Spectrum Noir Ink-a-Majiggers, I am getting rid of them immediately. I don't like them. I see no use for them in the art that I do. So I barely used them on my little art piece, but I incorporated them a little bit because I had to, and now they are going in the giveaway box. Bye-bye. Off they go. What else? The brushes, they were okay. They're fine. They worked for what they needed, and it was a fun box. I never would have created an abstract piece like this ever if it hadn't been for these prompts. So the Smart Art subscription box did its job, and we have a fun piece of artwork. All right. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want more of these videos, and I will see you in the next video. I don't know which side the eye card's on. I should know this. All right, so my final thoughts